Max. You know that two-headed, tentacly rage beast from Dungeons and Dragons and Stranger Things? The Demogorgon, ruler of chaos, snack chewer of heroes, destroyer of sleep schedules. Well, plot twist. It's not ancient, not real, it's a typo. Yep, some poor scribe sneezed mid-Greek and the universe went, "Hey, sounds evil, ship it." So grab your quills, hold your sneezes, and let's meet the demon that literally shouldn't exist. So, picture this. Around the 4th century CE, a Roman scholar named Lactantius Placidus is copying a hefty epic poem, The Bade by Statius. Somewhere between the inkwell and the papyrus, he sneezes, or maybe just misreads. He's been at this for hours. The Greek word Demigorgon, meaning creator of the world. Out comes Demogorgon. Now, instead of saying, "Huh, that's weird," later scholars decide it must be a secret god's name, too terrible to speak aloud. Because obviously, if you don't understand something, it must be divine and horrifying. And just like that, one typo becomes a cosmic rumor. For centuries, writers whispered about this unseen being lurking in the gaps of creation. Not a monster of flame or fang, but a reflection of something scarier, our terror of the unknown. Humans hate blank spaces, so we fill them with demons. It's practically a hobby at this point. Jump to the 1300s, when Europe's digging through dusty scrolls and calling it the Renaissance, basically the world's first fandom revival. Enter Giovanni Boccaccio, author of the Decameron. While writing his myth guide, Genealogia Deorum Gentilium, he finds this strange name, Demogorgon, in an old manuscript. Nobody explains what it means, so Boccaccio just makes it up. He decides Demogorgon must be the ancestor of all gods, a cosmic being buried under creation itself. Other scholars loved it. They quoted him, artists painted him, and by the 1500s, Demogorgon was popping up in poems and plays as a shadowy lord of chaos. No sources, no evidence, just one guy's confident guess echoing for centuries. So the Renaissance didn't rediscover an ancient god, it invented one out of a typo, a shrug, and a lot of artistic enthusiasm. All right, quick jump to the 1600s. England's got plagues, Puritans, and poetry that could summon thunderstorms. Enter John Milton, writing Paradise Lost in 1667. He drops the name Demogorgon like a cursed footnote, a whispered terror from before creation. So old, even Lucifer doesn't mess with it. Milton didn't explain who or what it was. He didn't need to. Just the name was enough to make readers go, "Oh, something bad lives under hell." Then, 2 centuries later, 1820, Percy Bysshe Shelley picks up that same name in Prometheus Unbound and goes full philosophical goth with it. Shelley turns Demogorgon into a force of rebellion, the one who rises up to overthrow Zeus himself. No longer a monster in the dark. It's the voice of revolution, chaos as liberation. See the shift? Milton's Demogorgon was fear of the unknowable. Shelley's was defiance against power. The typo keeps surviving because every age finds its reflection in it. The medievals feared it, the Renaissance worshipped it, and the Romantics cheered it on. The demon doesn't evolve, we do. All right, fast forward to 1976. Dice are clattering, basement lights are flickering, and Dungeons and Dragons is quietly rewriting myth for a new age. Co-creator Gary Gygax is flipping through an old encyclopedia of demon names, probably while eating Cheetos, #not-sponsored, and spots Demogorgon. He doesn't know it's a typo, but he knows it sounds metal, so he runs with it and gives it a form. 2 baboon heads locked in constant argument. tentacle arms, a serpentine tail, a body that's part reptile, part nightmare. One mind wants to conquer, the other wants to destroy, and they can't agree which is more fun. That's how DnD's Prince of Demons is born, ruler of the 88th layer of the abyss. Chaos made flesh. His heads even get names, Amul and Hephrodite, each with its own will and agenda. Unlike the scholars and poets, Gygax didn't theorize, he weaponized. He took a centuries-old misunderstanding and made it something you could actually fight, complete with hit points, saving throws, and a thirst for your blood. And players loved it. The Demogorgon became a legend, an endgame boss, a campaign ender, the kind of foe you brag about surviving. For the first time, humanity's stray typo had teeth, stats, and a fan base. The myth didn't just survive, it evolved into a monster you could roll initiative against. The Demogorgon wasn't just reborn, it leveled up. Jump to 2016. The world's digital now, but hopelessly in love with the 1980s, synths, bikes, flickering TVs, and bedtime stories that went terribly wrong. Enter Matt and Ross Duffer, two filmmakers raised on E.T., The Goonies, and Dungeons & Dragons. They drop a show called Stranger Things, a love letter to that decade's mix of wonder and nightmare. In it, a group of kids stumble onto something from another dimension, faceless, hungry, and wrong. When they need a name, they grab the scariest thing from their D&D nights, the Demogorgon. The Duffers have said every season's villain nods to a classic D&D monster, and that first one took its name straight from the monster manual. But their creature isn't that Demogorgon. No twin heads, no tentacles, no abyssal throne, just a humanoid horror crawling from the shadow world they called the Upside Down. And that's the brilliance of it. The Stranger Things, Demogorgon isn't the demon prince. It's the idea of him. Fear of the unknown reborn under neon nostalgia. The Duffers didn't just borrow a name, they unknowingly recreated the metaphor of its birth cycle. A meaningless scribble becomes a god, becomes a game, becomes a Netflix monster from the Upside Down. The same loop, centuries later, something nameless made terrifying because we named it. The show didn't just revive the myth, it completed it. The Demogorgon still lives where it always has, between imagination, memory, and the dark reflection beneath them both. So what's the moral, little mortals? The Demogorgon isn't about evil. It's about imagination misfiring in spectacular fashion. Every version shows our favorite human hobby, building meaning out of mistakes. We fear the unknown, we dress it in tentacles, and we call it divine. From a scribe sneeze to a tabletop TPK to a pop culture icon, it's proof we're the real chaos engines. We made the monster and we keep feeding it. So next time someone whispers Demogorgon, remember, you're not summoning a demon, you're reenacting a 1,600-year-old typo. A myth born by accident, raised by poets, stat-blocked by nerds, and franchised by Netflix. Now, brain snacks. Scribble your thoughts below before I sneeze on your name and invent a new god. Hit the shiny subscribe rune, share this with your adventuring party, and I'll see you next time in the Infinite Library. Stay curious, stay chaotic, and seriously, proofread your grimoires.